Guys? How's it going? Today I just thought I'd show you T11s and then kind of give you a quick look at that. And then main thing I would like to kind of tell you about today though is basically now that I'm furnace level 30, I've got pretty much everything on the building wise maxed out. And one thing that I feel like a lot of people that are starting out probably don't know is that you're eventually going to get, you've got Hollow Chiefs going on, Mercenary, yada yada yada, right? You got basically these calendar events. So you got your Frostfire Mine, your Defeat Nearby Beasts, your Crazy Joe event, your Lucky Wheel, your Fortress Battles, and then eventually Brothers in Arms. Orange from Pete until eventually you get SVS. Now, people may know about the Emporium of Enigma, Frosty Fortune, and the Treasure Hunt Drill. I had some people that were kind of wondering about this. I can tell you, like, as far as the Emporium is concerned, the only thing you really need to be concerned about here is you really need to be doing your daily missions and just making sure that you do the most that you can do. And you just rotate through these daily missions every day. And then after you've done that, then you can hit the red chests if you want to get more of the Emporium Thorns of Enigma. That's basically what you're after, right? You gotta get 60 of these tokens that you gotta get. Yeah, obviously you can spend to win, or you can just get them free to play. But basically, you open these chests, and then you go into the Emporium. And a lot of people like to grab, like, the skins and stuff like that. And that's only if you're pay to win. If you're not pay to win, that you're probably going to spend most of your time getting essence stones, maybe widgets, or maybe even, I don't personally think the mythic gear is worth it there. Like, I'd rather get that through the arena, but like the widgets is a pretty decent deal, but I think the essence stones is probably the most ideal piece in the entire Emporium. Now, as far as like Frosty Fortune and all that jazz goes, I mean, that's really about what you need to focus on. But what I kind of discovered is, now that I've kind of worked my way through, one of the things that I will tell you is you got to go through the battle path quite a ways. And then you've obviously got, your fair share and the growth tree and the economy tree. I mean, they kind of have their own place, right? But it's just one of those things that, it's a constant struggle to go through all of those back and forth. Now that I have T10s, though, I mean, here are what T10s look like, and here's what T11s look like. And so, the basic gist here is that eventually after furnace level 30, you'll get fire crystal, and then you have, various stages that go afterwards. The main thing to know though is that like it's like around 40 days or about a month into the game or so that you'll have state versus state, where you basically end up fighting a whole completely different territory, and typically those people are going to be usually better than you, and everything in between. Like even now, I kind of feel like I've fallen behind already. It doesn't take long in a game like this, but you just want to rotate doing your intel missions, and then just basically rinse repeat a lot of these. Obviously, go through, get your rush job done, and then pop your festivities, and just rinse repeat. That's kind of like that's the basic rotation that I feel like a lot of people basically go through. Now, obviously, you can go through arena and do your jazz through arena. Fishing hunt, like I was explaining to people earlier, I mean, this is eventually you'll get access to this, and then you'll get your loot and stuff like that, and then you'll go through it, and you basically go through that. That's a fun little mini game that comes up from time to time, But I would say overall, though, it's like something that a lot of people have asked before is like, how do you increase your rally capacity? You get that out of the command center. Now, if you're wanting to increase your individual solo capacity, a little different. You can do this by going into wars and changing deployment capacity down here. This is where that's controlled. And, obviously you can maximize, what kind of troops you can get from your, obviously between marksmen, infantry, and lancers. Like if you're wanting to do bear hunt, obviously the more marksmen you send, the more infantry you send, the more damage you're going to do. I don't think the Lancers are as viable, but that's just my 2 cents. Like, I feel like the person that sends a stupid amount of infantry and marksmen, typically the marksmen are doing all the damage. Um, Outside of that, though, I don't know. I mean, I feel like, once you maximize pretty much all the main resource buildings and such, really about all you need to do from that point is just go around, attack other players for resources, because that's typically just like in any game like this. This is really fundamentally that's about all that matters, is to build up your account as much as possible and usually rely on others to do so, and that means making other people suffer. And the rest is history. I mean, outside of that, if you have any more questions, let me know in the comment section below. But that's what to do, guys. Have a good one.